Hello, and welcome back. So today I wanted to do another yapping session. So I think today what we're gonna do is I want to talk about music. So I'm gonna yap about some of my favorite like genres and favorite bands, and show you my CD collection, and talk about a couple like I picked out like 10 albums from like regular CDs and from soundtracks to talk about. So first off, we are going to I'll go show you guys the whole shelf and yap a little bit on that, and then we'll come back here and I will show you my individual ones. So let's go check that out. So here is the full CD shelf. So my boyfriend is like the big BTS fan of the two of us. Like, he's the reason I got into them. So he made it a point to go. Like, we ate McDonald's more than I ever wanted to in my life. But we went there, and then he ended up getting a couple offline also to finish the collection. But like, he got like such a wild like bug up his butt about getting all of them. So I was like, okay, it's up to you, and you do what you want. But like, I kind of have everything organized in like a specific order. So like, I've got all of my K-pop. So Stray Kids, like I bought, I think, just these two myself, like you know, my two faves, and then he got the rest because he's like also really big on Stray Kids now. The Love Yourself is like his kind of favorite BTS selection album, so he bought that one. I did end up getting like Jack in the Box and also the Hope on the Street because I do really love J.O. I love his music. Like, sorry, I love his raps. He's really great. August D, I bought this for my boyfriend because Suga is his fave, so I got that for him. This was the catalyst. Layover was the first K-pop album I bought and what started the whole thing, because I was like, oh, V is my favorite, so I'll buy a solo. And then it exploded from there. Like, I got, you know, Jack in the Box, I got RM. I did buy Jin last year just because, like, I wanted everybody's, like, you know, all of their solo stuff, so I did get that. Face by Jimin is one of my faves. I love this album so much. Super underrated. And then this is my least favorite out of all of them, because sorry, Jungkook has some of the worst solo songs from like post BTS as a group. So my boyfriend got me that for Christmas, or the Christmas or my birthday is like a gag. So like, it's there to complete the collection. So not my favorite, but it's what we got. I do have grapes. Of course, my photo card albums where everyone goes into. I think that one's just like all BTS, and then this one is the rest of BTS if there's any extras, and then like Stray Kids, and I thought I put I did, okay, yeah, I put my Twisted Wonderland in here also. He's my boy. So this just like fit on the shelf really nice. I like that. And I know these are out of order, but it's because Buktuk is too. It's one big one. Don't at me about this. But this is all of my J-Rock. So I did buy BT by Buktuk. This is like an ex-rental copy. It was like 2 years ago now. I went through and bought a bunch of my favorite Asian albums, Japanese albums from, you know, the shops on there. Asian Kung Fu Generation. This is such a solid album also. Oh, like, so many good songs. But like, yeah, I bought this and a couple other, most of these honestly, all in one go, just because like I really wanted to have them. Baby Metal, I bought this like when this came out, like when they got big, like over here. So I was like, oh, I love it. I can't believe I actually saw this in Walmart. So I had to get it. This was actually during Gray was one of my first albums I bought that was anything like non-American. I bought this at OhioCon like years ago. Oh my gosh, like way too many years ago. So Mars by Gact is one of my faves, because this one has Bam Emu for My Dear. That was my intro song to Gact. His voice is so beautiful. I love him. Oh my gosh. Last Moon. I got like kind of like the quintessential Malice Miser. Why not? Miyavi, because I love this. This album is amazing. Also, I love Miyavi. He's so fun. Orange Range. I love them. Like early 2000s anime was my intro to so much good music. And of course, like The Pillows. This was their first album that came out like in the US. I also bought this at a con, I believe. And then, of course, Overworld is also one of my top faves. I love their voices. I absolutely adore it. So then I've got like my regular, just like actual CDs. And then like like halfway through it stops, and then we have like my soundtracks, which I have a ton also. And then I've got like burned CDs, so many, and then just like some miscellany that I'm not like super, I don't love them as much. They kind of chill down here. Pretend you don't see my dust. But yes, you are seeing Tom Jones. I freaking love Tom Jones. Ever since I saw him in Mars Attacks, that's what did it for me. So I'm going to grab like a couple of my top faves from each of these like regular CDs and soundtracks, and I will yap about those, and then also you get to see my lovely face in fursuit. And we're back. So yeah, I have like all of my CDs I have been collecting, obviously, since I was like a little kid. Like some of them on there, like Savage Garden, and a couple of the other older ones, obviously, like my mom got me back in the day. Like I have Spice Girls on there. I know we owned Backstreet Boys because I was big into them. I think Mom might still have those. I did have Hanson back in the day. I was also a Hanson girly. I wasn't like into them like that because I was a little too young to be into boys, or at least I was still in that phase of my life where I wasn't into boys. Like I did not care about that. I just like the music, but yeah, I don't know. It's I know my mom has like a lot of my stuff because I know I have the Cats soundtrack, like from the musical, and it's like a big, you know, like 2-disc box set or whatever, and I have no idea where it is. So like I'll have to see if I can steal that back or something one day. But so I think just to start, like I will kind of go off for a hot second because I was collecting vinyl for a good while, and I decided that like it's just gonna be too much of a pain to find a good record player for like a good price. Like I'm not trying to spend that much money just to have like a halfway decent sound quality, because like they have those like suitcase size ones you can get at the store, and they're so mid. The sound on those is so terrible if you don't attach speakers. So stupid. I don't want to bother. So I'm gonna end up getting rid of the few vinyl that I do have, but this is the one I'm keeping 100%. I freaking love this album so much. Like just the art on the inside, like all the photos and everything. Like this was just such a well done album, and I hate that they don't can't really do cool stuff like this anymore for like CDs. You're lucky if you even get a booklet with the lyrics. That being said, there's a special place in heaven for artists that have their lyrics in the booklet. But I have actually listened to this on a player before, and I very much enjoyed it. I've listened to all of mine at least once. It's just like it's too much of a pain. It's like I had to listen to my friend's like really crappy little suitcase player years ago, and then my ex was gifted a record player from a friend, and so I brought my stuff over and was listening to it there. But like, side note, I think that was one of like the big moments where I realized like this isn't gonna work out like at all long term, is because he wasn't interested in my music at all whatsoever. And like the fact that I was singing along to certain things, he didn't like. He wasn't like excited that I was excited, and I think you should be. You know, like even if you don't like the same kind of music as your partner, at least be excited for them. Be excited about it. Like if they're singing along for it, be like, hey, that is so cute. Oh my gosh, you're so wonderful. It's not hard. Because I did not like a lot of the music he listened to, but I still like, I tolerated it and I listened, you know, when he had it on, but it's okay. My boyfriend now is wonderful, and we have a very, like, big crossover of mesh of music tastes, and that has been, like, one of my biggest things with having a good relationship was, like, do our music tastes mesh? Because, you know, movies, TV, whatever, it's not a big deal. Like, you can always find something to compromise on, but, like, I feel like music's a little harder to compromise on, you know? So, like, you know, like a year or two ago, like I said, I was going for a lot of my, like, Japanese, like, J-pop, J-rock. It's J-rock, let's be real. J-rock CDs, and this year, I've been trying to get at least, like, a couple of the albums that have like really meant a lot to me over the years that I, for whatever reason, didn't buy back in the day. I think like 10 years ago when I really would have been doing that, I was like really big on Pandora and finding like all kinds of new music that way, and that was like such a wildly amazing thing. I will say before I get into my CDs, one of my favorite artists that I love that I do not have physical CDs of because he never released them is Dr. Steele. Like I know like it was a big fad for a long time, you know, steampunk, but I still love steampunk. Like I love the aesthetic. Like as soon as I saw it, I went to the World Steam Expo in I think that was 2011, 2010, 2011 maybe. But I went there expressly to see Steam Power Giraffe because that was like their first concert, not like in California or West Coast at all. So I was like, oh my god, if it's like Detroit, I can drive to this. And they announced that like shortly after I found out about them, and I just lost my freaking mind. I'll get into that in a bit, but like Dr. Steele was he's a very important artist to me in that he, like some of his lyrics really just like hit me as I was listening. Like I loved the aesthetic, everything, the music was great, the lyrics were fun, like I like the character and story he has with it. But like there's a couple lines in one of them that just, I was listening and I'm like, oh my god, that's literally what I'm doing right now. Like the line was, to all the baggers of groceries and merchandise trapped in suburban hell, and I was still bagging groceries at the time. And I was just like, it was one of the first times that I really felt like somebody else out there got me. You know, someone else understood and knew what I was going through, and really, like I really connected with that. Because obviously, you know, your friends only get you so far, but yeah, that was such a big moment for me. So like, he just really became solidified as an important feature of music in my life, and I was really disappointed to find out that he stopped like touring and then stopped making music altogether. So we got like 3 good albums out of it, but it's what it is. So yeah, if you like a steampunk or mad scientist aesthetic, I highly recommend Dr. Steele. He's really fun. So along the lines of steampunk, Abney Park is also absolutely one of my favorites. It took me a hot minute to find this. So this one is Off the Grid. It's funny because it's Ranch Hand Robbie and the Wasteland Rangers. But Off the Grid just has a couple songs that again like really hit me in a certain way. And I think it was like, I think Either Shanties was like the first album from them I listened to. But this one really was like the one I connected to. I'd say like, honestly, like the Ballad of Ranch Hand Robbie is one of my favorite songs. I love the chorus lyrics. song. I really like that too, and it's one of those like, yeah, dude, I wish I could be that too. Wrong Side is really fun too. Bad Things Coming, like, oh, it's so good. I love this album so much. Oh, I did forget to mention, I am going like alphabetical order in these, so in case you're wondering, like, there's a specific way of doing it. But I really love their music. I love how they go, like, not just steampunk theme, but like they have some like goth, dark vibes. They have some more like folky kind of songs. Like, they're really all over. I like a lot of their different stuff. Don't mind me. And then another one that was really, really huge in my like late teens, early 20s is the Birthday Massacre. I think, I gotta be honest, I don't even remember how I found out about them, but I remember downloading like, I think, I might have found them through the Neverending Story song, because I was trying to get the original off like this random like music site that I found to download stuff from, and they had their cover of Neverending Story, and that might have been how I found out about them. It was either that, or I may have heard, no, because Pandora was after I moved out of my mom's house, and this was before that, but yeah, I might have just found them on accident. So like I listened to Violet and Blue and Happy Birthday, and I'm just like, oh, it's so good. And then like when I was still in college, one of my friends that I made in my life drawing class also liked Birthday Massacre, and he was like, okay, so they're gonna be coming in concert soon, and they'll be at the, like at the Agora with MSI. You're coming. And I was like, yeah, I need to see Birthday Massacre, of course. And then he also burned me, like, I think the first two or three of MSI's albums. And he's like, learn all of these by the weekend. Like, I'll be damned if I didn't try. But like, oh, that was such a good concert. Oh my gosh. Birthday Massacre was great to see live. They always put on an amazing show. I've seen them like twice now. And MSI was such a fun one too. Oh, it was just like an energetic, good concert. I know they've been like problematic over the years, but like, we're not here for that. We're just here for fun music. But like, I was super about that. But this album specifically, Walking with Strangers, oh boy, this was a lot shaping my early 20s. This really did a lot for me. Like, just, I love every song on this album, but like Unfamiliar was definitely like a top one. Red Familiar, Red Stars is one I really love too. And Remember Me. So Unfamiliar, Remember Me, like those are my two songs. It's just, they really encapsulated how I felt at the moment too, because like Remember Me was, about like if I leave, like will you remember me at all? And I just wanted to leave so bad. I was in such a bad place at that time of my life. Like I just wanted to run away so bad, and not having money in your early 20s, like what are you gonna do? So, I've listened to all their albums though. They are just consistently super amazing. And like the last concert I went to, I was holding up hard hands, and the lead singer like saw me and pointed at me. Oh, lost my little mind. Like, it's so stupid that something like that can really just make your like year, but it really did. So then also in those formative early 20s, Blue Gillespie. So they're not really well known. I got into them because the lead singer is Ianto in Torchwood, and ever since Pacific Rim, Vern Gorman has been my celebrity actor obsession. I think he's the hottest man on the planet. Don't question me, I don't have answers. But of course I had to watch Torchwood, which that's also why I got into Doctor Who. Torchwood's responsible for Guillermo del Toro was responsible for a lot of my life. But anyway, I was like, oh, if Ianto has a band, let's give it a listen. And it's progressive metal. These albums mean so much. Like, they're spinning on the inside of the case. I'm not sure which one that is. We'll put that down. No. But like it was angry, and it scratched that angry itch in my brain too, because again, still was in a bad place. But Seven Rages of Man was such an album, because there is a specific song, Grim Determination, and I actually have a line of lyrics from that song tattooed on my ankle, and it's in a sea of black and crimson, I'm still blue. So I literally got that tattooed on me like a day before there was a convention, Wizard World, so Comic-Con, and Yalto's gonna be there, and his name is escaping me, forgive me, but he was there, so I actually got like him to sign my ankle. Like I felt bad because I was like, how do you feel about autographing body parts? And like there was a slight look of horror on his face of just like, it depends on which one. And like my ankle, he's like, that's fine, that's good, like the relief washed over. So that was really cool. Like I actually got got his signature on there. Like that really just made it that much more meaningful to me to have like a lyric of my grim determination to just keep living out of spite and keep going. I thought that really went there, so that was really cool. And of course, like throughout my childhood, Depeche Mode has always been, because like I never knew the artist of a lot of songs, so like Personal Jesus, Enjoy the Silence, a couple others like that were on the Violator album, that I found, I always heard them on the radio, so it's like, I want the album that this was on, so I looked it up, I found it, and when I bought it at the store, I was like, oh my gosh, it has like all the songs I wanted, this is great. Fell in love. I love their voice so much. Oh, his voice is beautiful. But playing the Angel specifically, I got for my birthday, perhaps I think it was like senior year maybe, because I was still in high school, my dad got it for me. But again, this has so many like just lyrics that hit my lonely heart and soul. Not to get too like deep here, or like sound like geeky, tacky, whatever, but I was a very lonely child, and then I grew into a very lonely teenager, into a lonely adult. But this like Suffer Well, A Pain That I'm Used To, like that one especially, those lyrics are just like, damn dude, you just tell me more about myself, please. But this whole album is off the chain amazing. I love it. Alright, these next, okay, next two, alright, but Fall Out Boy, I was not a big Fall Out Boy fan back in the day. Like I had listened to songs, but I wasn't like getting albums and that. But then like I was really into American Beauty, American Psycho, and at the time this dude I was seeing, he was like, oh, I'm listening to the new album. I'm like, oh yeah, me too, it's your favorite. He's like, no, the new one that just came out like a month ago. I was like, where have I been? Immediately downloaded and went and bought it. I kind of hate it because it's one of those where it's just like, oh, almost all the lyrics are relevant to my person in this specific moment in time. Cool. I have a lot like that, but still, it was really just like, damn, bro. Okay, I love this album. I love singing along to this one. This is one of my favorites to sing along to. This is actually one of the ones I was singing along to on vinyl with my ex, and he didn't, care. But yeah. Anyway, I love this album. It's like really brought a fresh sound to their music that I really like dug compared to their other stuff. So this one, Flume. They are an Australian artist, and I think I don't remember which song on here. I don't remember how I got into them because I know I heard them like on Pandora, and that's how I got into this. I actually fell asleep to this album every night for like several months back in like 2012, 2013. But it is, it's electronic music. It's so good, and it really comforted the lonely nights with, reinforcing music, I guess. But it just has a unique feel to all the songs. A hot, lonely summer night is the only way I can really like describe how these sound to me. I love that, so I had to get this one. I actually just got this like a month ago. Thankfully, like someone in the States had it. I didn't have to. Actually, I got that at a local shop. I had them grab it from another one of their stores. So that was a plus. So this is my all-time favorite synthwave band. So like I didn't even mention at the beginning like what kind of music I really like. I am one of those, like, I'm genre fluid. I do like almost every genre of music. You will find damn near everything on my computer. I don't care for a lot of country. I like bluegrass, actually. But like pop country, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not super into rap. It depends here and there. Like the stuff my boyfriend's had me listen to, I do really like, but it's hit or miss for me. But synthwave is one of my absolute top genres of music. I also really do love swing, or like swing, rockabilly, jazz. I love, like, Cherry Pop and Daddies are one of my favorites. I love them. But yeah, I really like, we go from like metal to swing to synthwave to like Celtic. I got a little bit of everything. But Gunship is my top because they have the perfect flavor of 80s synth, I feel like. And their title album, oh boy, it's banger after banger. There's not a bad song on this album. They're all freaking amazing. Their second album was pretty good, but not like my fave. Their third album was also super amazing. But this just has, because like Fly For Your Life was how I found them. Oh man, like the Hegemon I really love. Kitsune is great. If you like synthwave at all, give it a listen. Because like it has the 80s flavor, but it doesn't feel like, wow, this is 80s music, isn't it? I really love Carpenter Brut and Perturbator. Like they also have that great like 80s like horror movie feel. And Dance with the Dead. Gunship's my all-time fave. Dance with the Dead is a damn close second. They are so good. Oh, I love them so much. Those are more on like the rock, like intense horror, like horror movie genre. And then you have like Time Cop and Time Cop 1983, and I can't think of the other one. I feel like such a failure. I can't even remember what bands I like. But like they're more on like the pure 80s sounding synth in like the best way possible. Like if you like check my Pandora, like I think my top 3 stations are the synthwave, the swing, and like probably a tie between K-pop and J-rock. It's so funny. But oh man, they're so good. Like Dance of the Dead is more like rock, like hard rock, whereas like you get like Carpenter Brut, which is like more metal, hard rock. But like they're also good. Just go listen to anything. They're all amazing. I freaking love it. Also, funny enough, I was not really big into My Chemical Romance back in the day until I heard this. And Danger Days. Oh, the chokehold this album had on me. Like the perfect Young and Rebellious soundtrack. 1000%. And I still even, Na 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 is still like pounding in my head when I think of everything going on right now. We're just like, dude, we need to do this, come on. But it sounds like a comic book feels in the best way. I know Jardway does do comic books. I am a big fan of Umbrella Academy. We're not talking about the TV show because they butchered the shit out of my boys. Whatever. He's really scratched the itch for me when it came out. This one came, I found out about this around the same time I was listening to Mania from Fall Out Boy, and that is Starset. This album is Vessels. It's space themed, so a lot of it sounds very spacey in that, but like a hard rock, progressive metal maybe. I'm not 100% on the genre. It's a genre of metal. It's just so, again, it's another one of those where I was just like, oh, you're singing about my current situation again. Cool. It's so freaking good though. Highly recommend this album. It is just beyond amazing. I listened to this like for probably like a couple of years straight. Like it did not leave my car. It still ends up in my car frequently. But yeah, I love it so much. And like also because it has those memories like tied to it. Not necessarily good memories, but it's still part of who I am. It's still part of my past. And lastly, for the regular like artist albums I really want to yap about, is my all-time favorite. I only brought the one CD with me in here because like I have like what, 5 of them I think, 5 or 6 albums from them. Steam Powered Giraffe. My friend introduced me to them, and I immediately fell in love. Their sound is so unique. Again, like very steampunk, especially like their first album. It's very steampunk themed. So if you don't know, they are robots. So they actually the band's changed a little bit over the years, but they actively like paint their faces like robots. They get in character. They act like it, like they've actually gone to college for miming and clowning, and brother, they're an experience. I've seen them live several times. Amazing every time, and they're so sweet in person. Oh my gosh. But it's just they're something else, man. Like you can't really call them folk because they got some like rock, they got some pop. They do a little bit of everything. Like if a song sounds fun to do, they'll do it. They do a lot of like Spine especially does a lot of covers, and he blows everyone out of the water. It's amazing. But they all have such unique voices. So they all like unique voices and unique styles. So even when like with past members and new members, they all have their own vibe, and it's just so wild. Every album, I love hearing their different voices, their different styles. I can't get over it enough, man. I actually got, I do have, if you ever see on my arm here, I have Rabbit. I got Rabbit to sign me and draw their bunny character on me. So, yeah, Rabbit is actually she has changed a little bit over the years. She's become more herself, which, like, love that, beautiful. But, it was so funny because she was like, when she was doing, she's like, this looks so bad, and I'm like, it's fine, don't worry about it. So like I literally went the next day to get the like Sharpie signature and stuff tattooed on me, so that's how you know it means a lot to me. It was super impulsive, but like I'm glad I did it. I could yap about them forever. I love them so much. I haven't seen them in a while though, especially after COVID. Like they didn't do, they haven't really been touring around too much, so I haven't seen them like my side of the States for a while, so it's okay. I will switch off to soundtracks now. I have a huge variety of soundtracks. Like of course I've got like Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride, a couple other like sing-along ones that really I just loved over the years. But one that I thought was interesting was The Book of Eli. Don't get me wrong, I do like the movie. It's very fun. It's got Gary Oldman. What more do I need? But the soundtrack just like struck me the moment I heard it, and I was like, I need that. So I actually got this at like Borders Books back in the day. I had to drive like out of town to go pick it up because the only store that had it was over there. So I was like, screw it, we're going. So worth it. I love the soundtrack. It's so fun. But quintessential one, especially being an older weeb. We got the Cowboy Bebop. Funny enough, I actually just bought these. So I've got this one, blue, and I can't remember the other one. But yeah, I've got like the three main ones that have like the best tracks on it. Like, so you know, this in blue, and then the other one's like with the movie soundtrack. But like, I borrowed these from my friend back in high school, along with like the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex and Wolf's Rain, because he beat Yoko Kanno. If Yoko Kanno's on the soundtrack, you know it's going to be lit. The seatbelts are amazing. Oh god, the soundtracks are so good. Like, even if you haven't watched it, because I didn't really watch too much of Ghost in the Shell, but like, oh damn boy, the soundtrack's amazing. Oh. So I finally like bought all of these albums for myself, because I was like, I need to own them. You know, who knows if my buddy even has them anymore, but I went and bought those. So of course overpaying, but it is what it is. This one was also a really favorite of mine. Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog. I watched it because like I was like a hardcore Firefly fan. I actually used to have Captain Mal's gun with I Aim to Misbehave tattooed on me. I have since gotten it covered over due to very personal reasons. Not that I don't love it anymore, because I do. But other reasons that are not about that. Either way, big diehard Firefly fan, loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angels. I was like, what else has Joss Whedon done? And I found out about this. And I know there's like some stink about it, because they're like, oh, he's just copying Dr. Steele. And it's not. Like, I guess like Mad Scientist Villain kind of is, but it's still its own thing. This is so goddamn funny. Like, the whole movie is funny. The soundtrack is amazing. Like, me and my friend would like bring this on like road trips and we'd sing it together. So we do different parts. Oh, I loved it. It's so fun. I recommend that if you want like a good, fun, quirky movie. And I hate using the word quirky, but it fits. Of course, yet another anime classic, Fooly Cooly. Basically, if you want good albums of the Pillows, it's the Fooly Cooly soundtrack, hands down. Like, I've got this one and the third one. I used to have two, but I got rid of it because I'm dumb. High school me was not smart. But I love that anime so much, and that soundtrack is so good. Like, the Pillows are just out of this world. I used to have like the P sticker that she has on her Vespa, and I totally blanked on the character's name. We're doing good today. I used to have that sticker on my old car though, my first car. This one's actually, of course, more recent. Yo, yeah, we got K-pop Demon Hunters. You saw with my cards, I got Romance out of the card. He's my favorite, so like I am just so, I was thrilled to bits when I got that. I struggle with Korean a lot. I pick up Japanese very easily. European languages I can pick up very easily, not to learn. I don't speak any of it, don't get me wrong, but I can parrot it, I can learn to sing along. But like, you asked me to sing along to BTS, and even though this doesn't have like a lot of Korean, it has enough, and I struggle with it. I don't know why, just that is a hard language. But this album had me in a chokehold last year. The movie still has me in a chokehold, let's be real. But love it, so fun. And of course, this is my all-time favorite soundtrack. I don't need to say anything else, just Labyrinth. That's it. No, for real though. Labyrinth was my favorite movie growing up. It's still my favorite movie now. We got this on CD, I think, when I was in high school. But like, I'm surprised the cassette still played, because I listened to that and obscene amount of times when I was younger. A lot. So I also, back in that day, had a Nintendo Power subscription, and I think I got it. I want to say it was with maybe Star Fox. It might have been Star Fox Adventures. But they always had like in the book, like with the booklets and stuff in the game case, like, oh hey, subscribe to Nintendo Power, get a free gift. So I don't remember if it's that or I got it somewhere else, but the one was you could get the Majora's Mask soundtrack. So I did. This was the sole reason I subscribed to Nintendo Power. It ended up being a worthwhile subscription because like I got some cool posters out of it. It was fun to read, but like this is so cool because it's got like every freaking song on 2 discs, and it has like all the Ocarina songs too. We'll talk about this another time because this game is probably my all-time favorite. But I do also have the Ocarina of Time and Donkey Kong 64 soundtracks that I got via Nintendo Power. Love it. I wish they did Kirby 64 and some other ones, but this was, a little too late for that, but that's okay. This is also another favorite movie of mine. I love Mirror Mask so much. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I kind of wanted to have, like, some soundtracks that have, like a jukebox, like, it has, like, other songs. Like, I have, like, the Bones and the NCIS and Scrubs soundtracks, because they have some really amazing songs on them. But, like, I also like, straight up, just, like, the orchestral musical soundtracks. And Mirror Mask is so unique. Like, it just, it has such a dreamy vibe, and if you haven't seen the movie, I strongly recommend it. Like, again, we all know, like, Neil Gaiman's problematic nowadays, but just throw that aside. Dave McKean did the art for it, and he is an amazing artist. This is just a wonderful movie. I love it. It's a girl escapes the circus to join real life, essentially. Or at least she wants to, but, dream shenanigans entice, but it's so good. Entice and Sue. I have 2 online. If you caught that reference, I love you. If you didn't, just keep it that way. You don't need to know my watching habits. So this is probably my absolute second favorite movie, or at least it's in top 500%. Oh, the Pan's Labyrinth soundtrack is so beautiful. The movie is beautiful, but like I love that they have original artwork on the case. I can't remember. But like I love when they actually put like on the disc, and then I believe, yeah, it actually has like a picture behind the disc. Like I miss when they actually really cared about the design of and layout of discs and CDs and DVDs, but that's where we're at in society. Anyway, the last one I yap about is the Sherlock Holmes soundtrack. I am a big Hans Zimmer stan for sure, and this movie, chokehold. Like, once I kind of got interested in actually dating, and when my taste in men changed, because I used to be very into Bishonen, pretty boys, long hair, and then Firefly happened, and I was into very masculine men. But after seeing Robert Downey Jr. in this movie, he became my type for the longest time. I was so in love with RDJ. I'm just outing myself with this. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I love this movie. It's so fun. It's so funny. The aesthetic is amazing. I think it's so well written. And the soundtrack, of course, it's Hans Zimmer. It's wonderful. I love it. I just, I love being able to have these actual physical representations and copies of my favorite things. Just because at least one. That's why with Birthday Massacre, I did get I got specifically Walking with Strangers because it's my favorite album, which also that was hard to track down. I had to order that from Japan. Thankfully it cost me under, I think, $60, because it's a very hard to find album and it's expensive, so that's where we're at. So I'm just trying to get albums that mean a lot to me, or a representation of my favorite artist, or like of artists I really like. Another one, like, I desperately would like the album Megalomania from Aqua, because it's so different from their other stuff, I felt, but like that album really did it for me, and I don't want to pay $200+ for it. I hate being a collector sometimes. But you know, that's where we're at. But yeah, I do actively listen to my CDs. Like because I got a new car last year, and it's Bluetooth only, and I hate it. I hate that it's a touchscreen. I hate all. I'm basically Will Smith's character in iRobot at this point. That's where I'm at. So I bought a USB plugged CD player, and it's not the best, but it gets the job done usually. But it really helps, because like I hate everyone's like, well, just use your phone. Use your phone. The point is to not use my phone battery in the car. Like, especially if, like, when I was on my way to work, like, dude, I'm trying to save my phone battery for at work. Not for the car right there. You know, it was nice to be able to throw on, like, oh, I really want to hear this specific song right this second. But, like, unless I really want to, like, hit Pandora and, like, listen to stuff I don't normally hear, I usually have, like, a specific, like, mixtape or specific album I really want to listen to. So CD is still the way to go. But, you know, big tech. That's a gripe for another day, too. But, anyways, this is probably going to be about as long as my horror movie yapping. Apologies. But if not, I hope you enjoyed listening to me yap so you can fall asleep. I definitely want to talk about movies and video games, though. So, like, not just horror, but, like, I do want to branch out, because I don't think I talked about horror video games in my horror video, so I will have to talk about, like, games in another one. But that's for another time. Thank you for joining me today. I always appreciate when you come and listen to me yap. I hope you are relaxed and sleepy. Maybe you learned some new bands or new genres to listen to and check out. And always hit me up for recommendations. I'm always here for that. Or hit me up with your recommendations. Drop them in the comments. Find me on Instagram and send me things. I absolutely love that. I always am on the lookout for new music, so